Congratulations, you guys. How are you feeling tonight? Your baby's about to be on the world.
Get ready to dive into the scandalous world of rock and roll. From legendary icons to rising stars, we're uncovering the top 20 worst cheaters in music history. Stay tuned for the juiciest gossip you won't want to miss. 20. Smokey Robinson and Diana Ross. Let's kick off our list with a tale of love and betrayal straight from the Motown era. Smokey Robinson, the soulful crooner, opened up about his romantic entanglement with none other than the supreme superstar Diana Ross. In an interview with The Guardian, Robinson, now 83, spilled the beans about his affair with Ross, admitting that they were involved for about a year while he was still married to his first wife, Claudette Rogers. Robinson tied the knot with Rogers at the tender age of 19 in 1959, but their marriage eventually came to an end in 1986. Reflecting on his relationship with Ross, Robinson confessed, "I was married at the time. We were working together and it just happened." Despite the circumstances, Robinson reminisced fondly, describing the affair as beautiful and expressing his enduring admiration for Ross. He emphasized that their connection wasn't driven by pursuit, but rather by happenstance, stating, "I wasn't going after her and she wasn't going after me. It just happened." However, the affair eventually came to an end, with Ross reportedly putting an end to their romantic involvement. According to Robinson, Ross cited her respect for Claudette and his enduring love for his wife as reasons for ending their relationship. He candidly admitted, "Diana said to me she couldn't do that because she knew Claudette and she knew I still loved my wife. And I did. I loved my wife very much."
Well, in 1952, you were 12. That's when you met Diana Ross?
Yeah.
And she lived 4 doors down.
4 doors down the street from me.
19. Johnny Cash. Moving on to the Man in Black, Johnny Cash, whose iconic song "I Walk the Line" became a symbol of devotion to his first wife, Vivian Liberto. Their marriage, which began in 1954, seemed like a fairy tale. But behind the scenes, Cash was struggling with the demons that led him astray. In her revealing book, I Walk the Line, My Life with Johnny, Liberto confessed that despite Cash's fame and success, he succumbed to a life of alcohol, drugs, and infidelity. She poignantly noted all the things that Johnny had called filthy and dirty were things he began to embrace. Despite the turmoil, Liberto still harbored love for her troubled husband. However, Cash's affair with singer June Carter proved to be the breaking point. Despite his promise in I Walk the Line, he strayed, leading to Liberto filing for divorce in 1966. Cash quickly married Carter 2 years later, but their relationship faced its own challenges. Robert Hilburn, the author of Johnny Cash: The Life, revealed the extent of Cash's infidelity, sharing that he cheated on Carter even while she was pregnant with their son, John Carter Cash. Shockingly, Cash's affair extended to Carter's own sister, adding another layer of betrayal to their tumultuous union. Despite these dark times, Carter stood by Cash's side, supporting him through his struggles with drug addiction. In a poignant interview with Rolling Stone, Cash acknowledged the depth of their bond, stating, "When it gets dark and everybody's gone home and the lights are turned off, it's just me and her."
She was a very private person and was not prepared for all of the attention and public life.
18. Diddy. Now let's dive into the tumultuous love life of hip-hop mogul Diddy, also known as Puff Daddy or Sean Combs. His relationship with model Kim Porter was nothing short of a roller coaster ride marked by highs, lows, and heartbreak. Their journey began in 1994, and by 1998, they welcomed a son together. However, amidst their seemingly stable relationship, Diddy found himself entangled in the glitz and glamour of Hollywood with none other than Jennifer Lopez. Their high-profile romance, highlighted by Lopez's iconic Versace dress at the 2000 Grammy Awards, captured the world's attention. But behind the scenes, Porter reveals that their bond remained intact. She disclosed to Essence, That relationship wasn't real. He was still in love with me. Despite the brief fling with Lopez, Diddy and Porter reconciled. However, their relationship took a nosedive when Porter discovered that Diddy would father a child with another woman while she was pregnant with their twins. Expressing her heartache to Essence after their breakup in 2007, Porter lamented, "It's not an original script, but at this point in my life, I have girls now. It's a different program." In a painful turn of events, Diddy welcomed a daughter with Sarah Chapman in July 2006, further complicating his already tumultuous love life. Despite the challenges, Porter and Diddy remain connected through the upbringing of their children. Tragically, in 2018, Porter passed away from a lung infection, leaving behind a grieving family. Diddy honored her memory with a heartfelt eulogy at her funeral. 17. Ozzy Osbourne. In May 2016, the world was stunned when the Osbournes announced their separation after 33 years of marriage. Rumors swirled about Ozzy's extramarital affair with his hairstylist Michelle Pugh, spanning 4 years. Sharon, ever the resilient matriarch, returned to her co-hosting duties on The Talk in a memorable fashion, striding onto the stage with a glass of lemonade in hand, a cheeky nod to Beyoncé's album referencing marital strife. But Pugh was just one chapter in Ozzy's book of indiscretions. Reports surfaced of multiple alleged affairs, prompting the Black Sabbath icon to seek therapy for sex addiction. Despite the public spectacle of his infidelity, Ozzy and Sharon made the brave decision to salvage their marriage. By July of the same year, they had reconciled, demonstrating a commitment to each other that transcended the trials they faced. In a touching display of renewed love and dedication, the couple renewed their vows in May 2017, signaling a fresh chapter in the relationship. Ozzy, reflecting on their journey, acknowledged the power of love and forgiveness in overcoming adversity. In an interview with Rolling Stone, he humorously quipped, "Don't get caught with your mistress," showcasing a newfound sense of self-awareness amidst his past transgressions. However, the weight of his actions weighed heavily on Ozzy's conscience. In a candid confession to British GQ in 2020, the legendary rocker expressed deep regret for his infidelity, acknowledging the pain he caused Sharon. "I've done some pretty outrageous things. I regret cheating on my wife. I'm lucky she didn't leave me. I'm not proud of that. I was pissed off with myself, but I broke her heart," he confessed.
Back and I'm out of the house.
Reports say Sharon has had it with Ozzy after he allegedly had an affair with celebrity hairstylist Michelle Pugh.
16. Jason Derulo. In late June, Frooms took to Instagram to share a sizzling mirror selfie, proudly flaunting her bikini-clad figure. However, her joyous moment was tarnished by a judgmental comment from a detractor, accusing her of playing the whore role due to her unmarried status with Derulo, despite the couple welcoming a son together in May 2021. Frooms wasted no time in firing back, expressing her disappointment at the demise of their relationship and the alleged infidelity she endured. "It's unfortunate my situation with Jason didn't work out because we once did aspire to be married. But maybe it's better to be single than to be in a relationship and constantly be disrespected and cheated on and lied to," Frooms candidly shared on her Instagram story. She continued with a poignant reflection on her ex's purported infidelity, refusing to accept a reality where she must share her partner's affection with others. "If a man wants a different girl every week over his family, I'll never accept that. We will never be able to make it work happily. I was straight up and told that I shouldn't turn the other cheek. I'll never be okay with sharing a lover that I love with all my heart. If the streets come first, I can't change that," Frooms asserted, laying bare the emotional turmoil she experienced. In a subsequent Instagram story post, Frooms delved deeper into the emotional toll of her situation, lamenting the societal judgment and personal anguish she endured as the result of their breakup. "Women really don't deserve to be treated and judged the way they are. No one aspires to be a single mom. It's the biggest heartbreak and failure for me personally knowing I'm alone in this. But if your non-negotiables are being tested, you'll never find peace in that relationship, she expressed, shedding light on the profound sense of loss and disillusionment she grappled with.
Merry Christmas.
No, you didn't.
Yes, I did.
No, you didn't.
Yes, I did.
15. Eric Clapton. Clapton's ode to love, Layla, became synonymous with his infatuation for Pattie Boyd, a sentiment echoed in her memoir as she reminisced about the genesis of another timeless classic, Wonderful Tonight. As Boyd struggled to choose an outfit one evening, Clapton strummed his guitar, and from this tender moment emerged a melody that would immortalize their fleeting moments of happiness. Despite the turmoil that often overshadowed their romance, Boyd couldn't deny the sweetness that permeated their early days together. For years it tore at me, Boyd candidly revealed. To have inspired Eric, and George before him, to write such music was so flattering. Wonderful Tonight was the most poignant reminder of all that was good in our relationship, and when things went wrong, it was torture to hear it. Yet, beneath the surface of admiration lay a struggle against Clapton's demons, exacerbated by his battles with alcoholism and infidelity. Boyd's love for Clapton was undeniably profound, but she found herself grappling with the destructive nature of his habits, questioning the validity of their union. I was madly in love with him, but as I negotiated Eric's moods and the destructiveness that went with the drinking, I began to wonder whether I had made a mistake in leaving George, she confessed, shedding light on the inner turmoil that plagued their relationship. However, it was Clapton's affair with Italian TV personality Lori Del Santo that dealt the final blow to their marriage. Despite their efforts to conceive a child through IVF treatments, Clapton's betrayal shattered any remnants of hope for reconciliation. Santo had Clapton's child in 1986, a stark reminder of the irreparable rift that had formed between him and Boyd.
By the early 1970s, Clapton was performing on his own. He had also fallen in love with Pattie Boyd, the wife of his good friend, the Beatles' George Harrison.
14. Ronnie Wood. Ronnie Wood, the legendary guitarist of the Rolling Stones, found himself embroiled in a scandal that rocked his marriage to Jo Wood, his wife of over 2 decades. Their once idyllic union took a tumultuous turn in 2009 when Ronnie's infidelity with an 18-year-old cocktail waitress, Ekaterina Ivanova, came to light. The affair, marked by its lack of discretion, reached a new low when Ronnie introduced Ivanova to Jo, blurring the lines between secrecy and audacity. Jo's recollection of a particularly surreal encounter chronicled in her autobiography paints a vivid picture of the chaos that ensued. In the dead of the night, Ronnie and Ivanova allegedly stumbled into their home fueled by alcohol and recklessness. According to Jo's harrowing account, Ivanova, still under the influence, attempted to light a cigarette using the gas stove, inadvertently setting her own hair ablaze. In a moment of panic, Jo intervened, extinguishing the flames with a damp washcloth, an act she would later admit to questioning. The bizarre scene reached its climax when Ronnie, seemingly unfazed by the chaos, remarked to Jo, "Isn't she funny? She reminds me of you when you were young." The sting of his words lingered, serving as a stark reminder of the betrayal that had unfolded before her eyes.
My parents weren't happy about that at all. They weren't happy. They didn't really think he was suitable for me.
13. Neo. His relationship with Crystal Renee was marked by 2 weddings, numerous challenges, and shocking allegations of infidelity. Their journey began in February 2016 when Neo and Renee exchanged vows, but the path to marital bliss was far from smooth. By 2020, rumors of trouble in paradise surfaced as the singer publicly announced their split. However, amidst the chaos of the pandemic, the couple found solace in each other's arms, with Neo crediting the quarantine for salvaging their relationship. In a symbolic gesture of renewal, they reaffirmed their commitment to each other with a vow renewal ceremony in April 2022. Yet, just months later, Renee dropped a bombshell that sent shockwaves through their fan base. In a candid Instagram post, she exposed Neo's alleged infidelities spanning 8 years. accusing him of betraying her trust and engaging in extramarital affairs. Renee's raw emotions spilled onto social media as she expressed her heartbreak and disgust at discovering her husband's deceitful behavior. 8 years. 8 years of lies and deception. 8 years of unknowingly sharing my life with my husband and numerous women who sell their bodies to him unprotected. Every last one of them. To say I'm heartbroken and disgusted is an understatement, Renee revealed, laying bare the painful truth of her marital disillusionment. Despite Ne-Yo's plea for privacy in the wake of Renee's revelations, the damage had been done and the public scrutiny only intensified. In a swift turn of events, Renee initiated divorce proceedings in August 2022, citing irreconcilable differences and alleging that Ne-Yo had fathered a child with another woman. Their once promising union crumbled under the weight of betrayal and mistrust, culminating in a finalized divorce in January.
Kids and making sure that they know that love is the end result of this whole thing. It's all about love. What about you?
12. Marilyn Manson. Von Teese, renowned for her elegance and allure, entered into matrimony with Manson at the age of 33, when Manson was 37. However, the flames of their love burned bright but brief, as less than a year later their union dissolved into the ashes of broken promises. While Von Teese refrained from mentioning Manson's name directly, she candidly spoke to the Daily Telegraph about the demise of their marriage, hinting at the presence of another woman. I wasn't supportive about his partying or his relationship with another girl, as much as I loved him, Von Teese revealed, shedding light on the underlying tensions that led to their separation. Despite her deep affection for Manson, she refused to condone his lifestyle choices and extramarital affairs, choosing instead to distance herself from the toxicity of their relationship. The identity of the other girl remained a subject of speculation, with widespread belief pointing to then 19-year-old actress Evan Rachel Wood. Wood's involvement with Manson, both romantically and professionally, added another layer of complexity to the narrative, culminating in her starring role in Manson's provocative music video for Heart-Shaped Glasses, a nod to the infamous Lolita archetype.
Actress Evan Rachel Wood has accused rock singer Marilyn Manson of years of abuse, and his record label has now dropped him.
11. Rick Ocasek. The tumultuous love life of Rick Ocasek, frontman of the iconic band The Cars, is a saga punctuated by betrayal and heartache, as revealed by his former wife, supermodel Paulina Porizkova. Their relationship, which began amidst the flickering lights of fame and passion, was shrouded in controversy from its inception. Paulina Porizkova, now 55 years old and a mother of 2, recently peeled back the layers of her romance with the late Rick Ocasek, offering glimpses into the shadows that haunted their love. In a poignant Instagram post, she shared the throwback photo of herself with Rick on the set of the music video for the Cars' hit song Drive, where their paths first intertwined. However, her caption painted a picture of love marred by betrayal, hinting at Ocasek's infidelity during his second marriage. I now realize our love started with a betrayal of his then-wife and ended with a betrayal, Paulina confessed, shedding light on the shadows that lingered beneath the surface of their relationship. The revelation cast a pall over the once romantic narrative, exposing the fractures that plagued their union. The photo, captured in 1984, immortalized the moment when Paulina and Rick first crossed paths, igniting a spark that would eventually consume them both. However, at the time, Ocasek was married to his second wife, Suzanne Ocasek, with whom he shared 2 children. Their marriage, like many, succumbed to the strains of time and infidelity, culminating in divorce in 1988. Rick's marital history was marked by turbulence, with his first marriage to Constance ending in divorce in 1971, just months before he exchanged vows with Suzanne. Yet it was his relationship with Paulina that captivated the public imagination, its origins shrouded in controversy and speculation.
I'm the luckiest man in the world.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I don't really, get too nerved by it.
Okay, how are you?
10. Nas. The rap world was rocked when Kellis, the sultry voice behind Milkshake, filed for divorce from Nas in 2009, just 4 years into their marriage. Adding to the drama, Kellis was 7 months pregnant with their son at the time of the filing, giving birth shortly after in July 2009. But behind the scenes, a storm of infidelity and betrayal was brewing. In a candid interview with VH1 in 2012, Nas pulled back the curtain on his past transgressions, admitting to being unfaithful during their marriage. Reflecting on the lessons learned, he solemnly acknowledged, "The biggest lesson I learned is respect, trust, no infidelity. I, at some point, got pissed off during the relationship and strayed, and I wouldn't do that again. I would be all good." But Kellis wasn't blindsided by Nas's confession. In an interview with Hollywood Unlocked, she revealed that his infidelity wasn't news to her. He had been cheating for 2 years, she disclosed, painting a picture of betrayal and heartache. For Kellis, the revelation was the final straw, adding to the weight of other grievances she had endured. The divorce proceedings were anything but amicable, with Kellis making shocking allegations of physical and mental abuse against Nas throughout their marriage. Nas, however, vehemently denied these claims, taking to Instagram in a series of now-deleted posts to defend himself. "The altercations you speak of are no more different from what most normal couples go through, but your exaggerated version is unjust," he asserted, pushing back against Kellis's narrative. In another part, he wrote, "Everything with her is a plot and a scheme."
That right there will put me against the wall, because obviously what I want to do to a rapper that's really not a street rapper, just a rapper who's...
9. Usher. Usher, the R&B sensation, has had his fair share of romantic entanglements, but none quite as tumultuous as his relationship with TLC's Rozonda Chili Thomas. From 2001 to 2003, the duo was the epitome of musical power couple, but behind the scenes, trouble was brewing. Chili dropped a bombshell during an interview on Atlanta's Q100, revealing, "Usher did the ultimate no-no to me. I will never be with him again, and that's that." While she didn't explicitly accuse him of infidelity, her words left little room for interpretation. Cheating was a deal breaker. The speculation surrounding Usher's fidelity only intensified with the release of his 2004 album Confessions, which delved into themes of infidelity and paternity. However, Chili was quick to dispel the rumors, asserting that the songs were inspired by producer Jermaine Dupri's experiences, not Usher's. But Usher's romantic journey didn't end there. His marriage to Tamika Foster, his first wife, was marred by controversy. Despite tying the knot in late 2007, their union unraveled quickly, culminating in divorce just 2 years later. When asked by Oprah Winfrey in 2012 about infidelity during their marriage, Usher admitted, "When we were separated, yes, I was. We were not divorced." Foster, for her part, revealed to E.T. that Usher had an affair with one of her bridesmaids before their wedding. In 2015, Usher found love again, marrying his longtime girlfriend, Grace Miguel. However, their union was short-lived, ending in divorce just 3 years later. Currently, Usher is happily dating Jen Goycochea, marking yet another chapter in his romantic saga.
Was he faithful to you during the marriage? It was very unclear when he was on Oprah. He said he was faithful in his heart when bridesmaids were brought up, and I think there's been some reports that it was...
8. Rod Stewart. It all started with his first wife, Alana Stewart, whom he married in 1979 at the age of 34. Their union, however, was short-lived, and before their divorce was finalized, Rod found himself entangled with model Kelly Emberg. Kelly, 14 years his junior, entered the picture in 1983, sparking a romance that lasted until 1990. But Rod's eye didn't stop wandering there. In 1990, he met and married another model, Rachel Hunter, then just 21 years old, while Kelly was 31. Their marriage endured for 16 years before coming to an end in 2006. And true to form, Rod wasted no time before finding his next blonde bombshell, model Penny Lancaster. Penny, 13 years Rod's junior, became his third wife in 2007, marking yet another chapter in the singer's romantic saga. One can't help but wonder if Penny invested in a skincare regimen to maintain her youthful appearance, or perhaps acquired a fake ID suggesting she was a decade younger to fit the Stewart mold. Regardless, she found herself as Mrs. Stewart, a position previously occupied by two other blonde beauties.
30, they've put it back to 8:30, but I still have to do sound check all the girls' costumes.
7. JayZ. In 2014, the world was rocked when security footage from the Met Gala showed Solange, Beyoncé's sister, physically attacking JayZ in an elevator. While the trio remained tight-lipped about the incident, speculation ran rampant, with many attributing Solange's outburst to JayZ's alleged infidelity. The trio later released a statement apologizing for the incident, but refrained from divulging any details. Months after the elevator debacle, Beyoncé dropped hints about the turmoil in her marriage on the Flawless remix, singing, "Of course sometimes shit goes down when there's $1 billion on the elevator." The lyrics only fueled rumors of marital discord. Then came Lemonade, Beyoncé's groundbreaking visual album in 2016, which seemed to address her husband's infidelity head-on. Tracks like Don't Hurt Yourself and Pray You Catch Me were laced with themes of betrayal and heartbreak, sparking widespread speculation about JayZ's fidelity. JayZ too addressed the rumors on his 2017 album 444, particularly on the track Kill JayZ, where he rapped about egging Solange on during the elevator incident and acknowledged his past mistakes. In an interview with the New York Times Style magazine that same year, JayZ opened up about his infidelities and the challenges of facing his mistakes. The hardest thing is seeing pain on someone's face that you caused and then having to deal with yourself, he confessed. Most people don't want to do that. You don't want to look inside yourself, and so you walk away.
And it's crazy. I guess there are some crazy celebrities in the world, so we get a bad rep.
6. Mick Fleetwood. Mick Fleetwood, the iconic drummer of Fleetwood Mac, had a tumultuous romantic history that often intersected with the band's dynamic. His first marriage to Jenny Boyd lasted from 1970 to 1976, but rumors of infidelity surfaced when Jenny allegedly had an affair with fellow band member Bob Weston. Mick took swift action, promptly kicking Weston out of the band. Despite efforts to salvage their marriage, Mick and Jenny's relationship ultimately crumbled, leading to their divorce. Their second attempt at marriage from 1977 to 1978 fared no better, ending in another divorce. During this time, Stevie Nicks, Fleetwood Mac's ethereal vocalist, was romantically involved with Don Henley of the Eagles. Following his second divorce, Mick entered into a marriage with Sarah Racer, a close friend of Stevie Nicks, in 1988. However, their union was short-lived, lasting only until 1992. Mick's romantic entanglement with Stevie had already taken its toll on his marriage, leading to its eventual demise.
Stevie in the band was very private. Really no one knew about it.
5. Thiren Moore. Thiren Moore, the co-founder of Sonic Youth, found himself entangled in a scandal that not only rocked his marriage, but also led to the dissolution of the band. Moore and his bandmate Kim Gordon had been married since 1984, but their relationship hit a breaking point when Moore engaged in an affair with Eva Prinz. The news of Thiren Moore's infidelity with Eva Prinz came to light in 2011, coinciding with the announcement of his separation from Kim Gordon after 27 years of marriage. In an interview with Elle magazine, Gordon depicted a somber picture of their breakup, attributing it to a midlife crisis and a starstruck woman. While Gordon refrained from naming Prinz directly, the internet swiftly uncovered her identity as the editor of art books for Moore's Ecstatic Peace publishing house. Despite the turmoil caused by Moore's affair, he and Prinz remained together and eventually settled in London as a couple.
Every artist, every musician should engage in expressing what they feel, even if they feel like they're in accordance with it.
4. Bruce Springsteen. Bruce Springsteen will be remembered as one of the greatest rock folk artists of all time because of his music. While his music will always be remembered, we can't forget how Springsteen has had plenty of personal battles of his own, and his deteriorating marriage to his first wife, Julianne Phillips, affected both of them greatly. Despite his marriage to Phillips, Springsteen was attracted to Patti Scialfa, an older bandmate of his. Showbiz 411 reports Springsteen wrote in his autobiography about how he started to convince himself Phillips was just after him for his fame. However, this wasn't the case. There, as we politely chatted by candlelight, hand in hand, a part of me tried to convince myself that Phillips was simply using me to further her career or to get something, Springsteen wrote. Nothing could have been further from the truth. Julianne loved me and didn't have an exploitive or malicious bone in her body. In the end, Springsteen had to inform Phillips about his growing relationship with Scialfa. In Born to Run, he noted he dealt with the split abysmally by insisting everything between them remained quiet as they divorced, which fueled the rumor mill. Ultimately, Springsteen admitted he was emotionally stunted and unavailable for love by Phillips. She's a woman of great discretion and decency and always dealt with me and our problems honestly and in good faith. But in the end, we didn't really know, he continued regarding Phillips. I placed her in a terribly difficult position for a young girl, and I failed her as a husband and partner.
Congratulations, you guys. How you feel tonight? Your baby's about to be on the world.
I guess that's true.
3. Adam Lavine. In September 2022, Maroon 5 singer Adam Lavine found himself in hot water when Instagram model Sumner Stroh came forward and accused the artist of cheating on his wife, Victoria's Secret model Behati Prinsloo. Not only did Stroh claim that she and Lavine had a year-long affair, but she even shared screenshots that allegedly showed the payphone singer asking Stroh if he could name his third child after her. Meanwhile, multiple women also came forward to claim that Lavine had also inappropriately messaged them on Instagram. He denied cheating on his wife, but admitted he went too far when he spoke to women online. I did not have an affair. Nevertheless, I crossed the line during a regrettable period in my life, Lavine shared on Instagram. Meanwhile, Prinsloo had stayed silent and did not publicly comment on the allegations. She even supported her husband when he performed at an October charity event. The affair allegations died down by the new year, and the couple seemed to have weathered the storm. In January 2023, Prinsloo gave birth to the couple's third child, but there's no word on what they named their baby. In March, the couple made a rare appearance together when attending Vanity Fair's Oscars after-party. Photos showed the couple smiling, with Lavine even giving his wife a sweet kiss on the cheek.
I was having an affair with a man who's married to a Victoria's Secret model. At the time, I was young, I was naive, and quite frankly, I feel exploited.
2. Patrick Carney. Michelle Branch's 3-year marriage to fellow Grammy winner Patrick Carney ended in August after accusations that he had been unfaithful. Michelle tweeted, then deleted a message accusing the Black Keys drummer of cheating on her while she was home with their 6-month-old baby. They also have a toddler together. Hours later, she told People magazine in a statement, "To say that I am totally devastated doesn't even come close to describing how I feel for myself and for my family. The rug has been completely pulled from underneath me, and now I must figure out how to move forward." The same day, she was arrested in Nashville on domestic assault charge after admitting she'd slapped Patrick in the face 1 to 2 times, court docs stated, as reported by TMZ, though it was later dismissed. Michelle filed for divorce within days, but in September, after telling People magazine in an interview promoting her new album, The Trouble with Fever, which Patrick co-produced, "I'm still living in it right now and it's still changing by the hour." She and the drummer filed to suspend divorce proceedings for 6 months to work on their marriage. She also told talk show host Tamron Hall, "My husband and I have started therapy recently, and I wish that we had started it 6 months ago. I wish that we had gotten help and talked to someone sooner," adding, "If there's anyone out there watching, this is your sign. If you've been thinking about it, go talk to someone." This isn't Patrick's first cheating scandal. In 2011, the musician's first wife, writer Denise Grolmus, penned a lengthy and heartbreaking essay for Salon titled Snapshots from a Rock and Roll Marriage, detailing their relationship, infidelity, and divorce.
Michelle Branch reveals she regrets tweet accusing husband Patrick Carney of cheating. Grammy winner Michelle Branch has admitted...
1. Mick Jagger. There was a shocking revelation made by biographer Christopher Anderson when he proclaimed Rolling Stones frontman Mick Jagger had reportedly had 4,000 sexual partners during the course of his life. Many women in a high-profile relationship with the rocker might attest to that revelation, as most left Mick because of his cheating ways. Many, if not all of Mick Jagger's romances started as affairs. He's been in relationships with models, actors, and singers, including Chrissy Shrimpton, Marianne Faithfull, and Marsha Hunt. Mick and Hunt welcomed a daughter named Karis Jagger in 1970, but by the time of her birth, Mick already had eyes for Bianca Jagger, née Perez Mora de Macias. It was in 1971 that Bianca and Mick were married, and the following year, Jade was born. Bianca divorced Mick in 1978 following his affair with Jerry Hall. Mick's longest relationship would be with Hall, but it ended in 1999 after Hall discovered Mick had fathered a child with model Luciana Jimenez. In a 2010 chat with The Guardian, Hall shared that she was aware of Mick's many infidelities but eventually reached her limit. After the fourth child, she recalled, I thought, right, done that, he served his purpose. Jagger's philandering days appear to be over as he's settled down with Melanie Hamrick since 2014. The couple welcomed a son named Derulo in 2016.
It's about a relationship, with a woman who you kind of really crazy about, but you're kind of warning her that things...
That's it, friends. The top 20 worst cheaters in rock and roll history. But before we wrap things up, let us know in the comments which scandal shocked you the most. And don't forget to like this video and share it with your fellow rock fans. Thanks for watching.